Okay, so welcome to the law of acquisition this morning. Okay, the law of acquisition, we've had a staggering 13 weeks of the law of acquisition, and we've learned, and we've actually gone through the entire school, okay, or that part of the school. So the law of acquisition school, okay, is within the Quantum Living with Full Body Wellness signature school of Diamond Matrix Masters. So it is the third part, but it is a vital part. It is the most important part. Well, every part is important because it's actually giving you incredible connections, relationship to your sovereign soul being, because if the soul pulled out of the top of your head right now, what would your body do? Fall over, okay? And that's what Dr. Mike's practice is get people standing up right on their feet, okay, with a little bit of physical support there. But your soul is this living essence, okay, that absolutely is what keeps you upright on your feet. You. So just take a moment, because my job is to make it real, because we've actually lost this knowledge in this superficial world that we've been living in that talks about mental constructs only, mental, emotional, okay, how to save yourself from mental health, how to whatever. It's all mental constructs working towards a theme or what you want, but it's mentally constructed. And so it doesn't have the relational essence of what you can do with your board of directors. Okay, board of directors, what's that? Well, the board of directors is your soul. It's your soul source. But I never even knew I had one. But when I met them, I was like, oh my God, yeah, I've been with you all my life. Okay, you've been with me all my life. Why is that? Because we have been one. However, I thought I was lost and alone without a team. So all my life, I thought I was lost and alone and separated from the unimaginable, unconditional love of source within me. Sad condition to be living under, not taught. And yet our originals, the Aboriginals, the Native Americans, all over the Inuits from, Alaska, everyone has been taught this, but we wiped it off the face of the earth. Why? Because it was to, goodness me, how could we have so many sovereign beings actually controlling their lives and feeding themselves, and by the law of acquisition, bringing to them what it is that they want and able to feed the community, okay? So we've actually gone on a great big shift, and this is a shift, having a look at the diamond here, of 3D to 5D. That's actually what's going on at the moment. So the shift from 3D to 5D consciousness. And you go, how is that relevant to me? Well, you are right smack back into it, okay? You came here for this moment. You put your hand up along with myself. Everyone put your hand up, okay? Yeah, see, look at you. You volunteered with me, okay? We're going, right, this is the Ruthie team. Ruthie tribe's going to Earth. We're going to raise the consciousness of mankind, okay? And it wasn't my team, of course. The greater in me, however, was a part of it all. So we've come to this world and this planet by the birth canal, down that slippery slide, popped out, and we got imprinted with all of this stuff. But there's some things that have never been taken from us. And those things are the universal laws, okay? Quantum law, okay? Quantum law. What is quantum law? Quantum law is the primordial law, the laws beyond creation that have never been taken from us. They've remained the same always. So even when humanity went through the dark ages and had no control, like completely controlled, you think you're in lockdown now? Dark ages are pretty dark. Didn't have a telephone to reach out to someone, okay? So it was really a difficult time. So we've gone through the heights and the depths of duality, right versus wrong, good versus bad. Okay, I'm better than you, a full-on fight for superiority, as we've played victim, intimidator, and rescuer at every point. Okay. And so when we say that we want to claim our power, go, yes, I want to claim my power. But what is that? What is that? What you're claiming is soul sovereignty. Okay, this is coming back. This is a time of opening up your light body to be more light, taking on more of you. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, oh my God, I came from light. I am light. I project from light as light. Okay, well, we weren't taught that in Sunday school. Okay, we weren't taught that at all. So this time is a remembrance. People use it in esoteric spaces of coming home, okay, coming home, the return of the Christ. These have got very special connotations for this time because it's the end of an age, okay? And the age has actually ended. Can you believe it? So the age of Pisces is finished. And what has happened is all the people who are still working to the rules of the Piscean age, of the penal system, of the tree of knowledge of good versus bad, good versus evil, right versus wrong, heaven versus hell, in this dualistic construct of which our societies, our laws, our governments are based on. And this is why we're wanting freedom. This is why we're crying out for freedom. Freedom. I can't be in lockdown. I don't believe in this. There's a part of you that doesn't believe in it. And all of those people who are still going for this system, barracking for it, fighting for it, yes, subdue us. Okay. But I can promise you that in the middle of the night when they're all alone, okay, they are asking for freedom, soul freedom. Don't forget that, okay? They're not our enemies. They're just people who have not consciously remembered who they are at this point, because within them is a sovereign soul also, okay? But to understand what a sovereign soul is, you have to understand quantum law. And quantum law, one of the first ones, excuse me, is what you sow, you reap. Why is that? Because that was actually, excuse me a moment, okay? I'm having an early morning moment. Hold on. So what you sow, you reap is one of your first primordial knowledges that were given to us. Where did we find that? In the good old book, okay? But it wasn't focused on, it wasn't concentrated on. It wasn't until The Secret came out in the early 2000s, okay, that we actually realized that we all have it, because it had been literally hidden. And in 1999, if you pick up my book and have a good read, you'll understand that I was given this word on Mother's Day 1999, and it said, the science of man will move up a gradient until it meets with God. I love the way I just did that and went straight into the diamond heart. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So the science of man will move up a gradient until it meets with God. Okay, so that came to me in 1999. Sure enough, within months, I think it was August of 1999, somewhere thereabouts, quantum mechanics was discovered. Isn't that beautiful? The science of man will move up a gradient until it meets with God, which is source. Don't use the word God anymore, it's more source energy, where we've come from, that stuff. So stuff is my scientific word for everything. Okay, so we've moved up the gradient until we've met with God by the introduction of quantum mechanics, okay, and quantum science, okay? So this is what I love. And this is where I got off my knees as this person who'd come out of Christianity but was still on her face, okay, totally going, please, God, how does this work? Okay, help. Like this, and looking for source and talking to the beloveds and doing all my readings and things like this. How does this work? Because you have to understand that I came in under the stream of science and religion. Okay, that was my specialty that I came in on. That was my ray, my stream. And we all come in on different streams of intelligences that we are going to operate with. Okay, so that was my thing to explore. And I've been very true to that when I look back. I thought I was just this lost little person, but no, I've actually been on task, okay, all the way through. And I love that. It's like getting back through and going, oh my God, in actual fact, you know, I'd have St. Germain come in and say, he was my mentor. Talk about mentors. Okay, I had St. Germain as my mentor. And he would visit and open up my light body, and I'd be like that for days. And then I'd be getting all of these messages coming in. But the first thing he would say all the time is, do not strive, because I'd be trying to get it mentally, you know, trying to love myself, trying to get the answers through. So at that time, to be known that we were going to come into, so the science of man was going to move into a gradient, move up a gradient to meet with source, was a tremendous thing. And then in the early 2000s, Rhonda Byrne came out with The Secret. Well, why did people bag The Secret? Because they didn't have the message I had, okay? It was brilliant. Okay, we finally had a production that could show the effect of cause and sowing and reaping, cause and effect, karma. What I project, I get back. Okay, so this is where Deepak Chopra actually says, memory devoid of the past nor anticipating the future is right here, right now, and teaches on the quantum field. So I project right here, right now, okay, in this holy instant, what it is that I want. Why am I doing this groundwork? Because it's so important for us to understand who we are. And that's my job, is to show the identity of you, and then to show you the power that you have as a light body, okay, a light body that when in alignment can project. And it's so much simpler than what we've actually been taught. So projection is everything, okay, but alignment is everything. Okay, why is that? Because the little you, or we, okay, as we came to the earth, was given free will. So free will, okay, is meaning I have a right to say no or yes to whatever it is, yes or no to whatever it is that I'm wanting. Okay, so if I give knowing consent to something, and this is where people have been, they go, my life is broken, I didn't know how to get it together. The reason for that is that they've been enclosed in a law of acquisition that they have been giving permission to only certain occurrences to happen in their life. So did you get that? So they have been given permission to certain things happening to them that was imprinted, that they've been taught, okay, and that they've been wrapped in. And so by the law of acquisition, it must be so. So people, it's not that people are broken, it's that they haven't been taught freedom, and they haven't been taught universal law and how to operate. Hence a 30-hour school. Oh, you should see a person that comes from total skepticism, okay, that actually then begins to feel the freedom. Do you have any issues? No. Why is that? Because when I'm in alignment with my greater me, when I'm connected, I have no issues. Why? Because my divine feminine, my divine masculine, my divine inner child does not have any issues. They are gods and goddesses. They are forces of creation itself. We're so powerful, people. We're so powerful. When you understand that your divine feminine operates from the left hemisphere of your brain, okay, you will no longer question who you are, okay? That's why I do an initiation school. My school is an initiation school. You initiate into meeting your sovereign part of you, your triune being, okay? And this is understood in some areas, but not in most. So most of the new leadership, okay, have got no comprehension of this. The new leadership to 5D and the new earth are coming through and connecting with their triune being, coming back into the tree of life, which is full cycle of the earth itself in this last paradigm of duality. So now we're coming into the Aquarian age, which is and has been prophesied in 2000 at least civilizations across the world, and in their records, okay, 200 civilizations across the world, in their records, artwork, etc., of a time that we're coming into, that we're looking forward to, which is the new Aquarian age, which is a 2000-year time of peace. So by acquiring this, by the law of acquisition, and what we project, what we intend, what we are coming together as a collective to grow into, the new soul sovereigns are the leadership that's coming through. And that's what we've been waiting for. People who actually work as a Lemurian system, okay, Lemurian round table. Okay, what we're currently living in duality is the Atlantean hierarchical system. And that's what's coming to an end. It was the Atlantean hierarchical system that blew up the firmament of the earth. That's why we have the wild weathers, and we've been through the floods and the ice age. And so we are warming, but it's because the ice age is just completing itself. Okay, if you're wanting to read an amazing book, read The Atlantis Enigma by Herbie Brennan. Herbie Brennan is a scientist. Everything that I teach you has come to me by my soul, by my board of directors over the years. I've only gleaned. Isn't that interesting? Because Ruth in the Bible is a gleaner. So just take me to the point, please. I just want to glean the point. So the points come. Okay, so what I'm sharing with you is the bones. That's all. But these ones are really important for you to understand. And if you have a read of it, you'll go, oh my God, this needs to be taught in schools. Because the earth history, and it is an actual fact, what Herbie Brennan unpacks and says it couldn't possibly be that way. Okay, because of the art, okay, work that was found in secluded places. And he actually puts in an amazing story back together. So he unpacks modern human history as it's being taught to us in science, and then actually gets puts it back together again. And then that was actually shown to me in the Palladian agenda, okay, which is why I have that as part of the readings as well. Amazing book. Oh, is that relevant for this time? Absolutely. Okay, so we're coming into an amazing time, the Aquarian age. The Aquarian age is a golden age. We're coming into the new golden earth energies. Why is diamond important to you? Because you are coming up, you're rising up in your photon energy body. So your body is being upgraded to diamond. And that's where I come in. Hey, Kobe, let's have a question.
We cannot hear you.
Wondering what the author's name is for Atlantis Enigma. You are muted.
Sorry.
You muted yourself.
Atlantis, yes, Atlantis and Enigma by Herbie Brennan.
Herbie.
Herbie, Herbie, I believe.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, so let's get back to the law of acquisition. So I am a primordial creator. I've come from source. I'm a drop-down version of source, okay? And source isn't just a God, okay? Well, I mean, there is God. There is source. So I'd rather use the word source than God because of all the confusion. Also, don't use the word universe because that is so confusing to people. They're still in duality going, please, universe, help me. I want to say to you that you're a creator and you create directly yourself. Okay, so you do not need anyone. You don't need another creator to come in and assist you. Okay. By the law of acquisition, if you say that I need another creator to assist me, you will acquire. See this? This is the law of acquisition. So the law of acquisition is saying, well, you're the creator and you're saying that you need help. What do you need help for? And you will decide as a creator what you need help for. I don't understand this. And so you'll go to another creator. Now, I'm fine with the ecosystem community thing that we're actually upskilling and learning something that we actually want to progress and evolve into. That's called expansion. Not a problem. But when you're actually going to another creator because you believe that you're broken, mental health or whatever, I need something outside of myself to assist me, then I'm actually really in a cul-de-sac of mess. Okay. And that is where we create more brokenness for ourselves because I'm a creator. And if I don't understand my own soul sovereignty because I haven't been taught, I'm going to be creating, but I'm going to create a lot of stuff within the penal system, okay, of duality. So I want to look at what we're actually creating today. And we're going to start off with that first beautiful point. Oh my God, this came through when all of my stuff is channeled. So when it came through, it was like, ping, everything goes off. All right, so I want you to write this down. I am currently living all that I am a vibrational match to. I am currently living all that I am, so you can put I am in capitals if you want to, because I am is the first great principle. I am that I am currently living. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm currently living all that I am a vibrational match to. Is the full statement. Do you know what? Every day I say that, when I do say it, I come back and go, oh, I am now currently living all that I am a vibrational match to. I love it. Oh my God, my life is improving. I am expanding deliberately. I know where I'm going to go next. I respond to my inner worlds. I respond to my divine feminine, her intuition. Do this and you'll get this result. Remember how she pushed me out of the way and goes, excuse me, I get 100% return on everything that I project out. Oh, what did that mean? Okay, that says by the law of acquisition, if I'm in alignment with my divine feminine, my divine masculine, divine inner child, I'm going to gain 100% creation of the world that she is pixelating on my behalf from the quantum field. And then the divine inner child goes, here you are, living it. Living it. Isn't that beautiful? So by the law of acquisition, she's actually projecting an incredible, okay, pixelating world, unfolding world of what it is that you desired. Go, I'd like to get this. And I'm not talking about just the silly little human mind going, I'm going to use force, okay, to do this. You can use force, okay, But that is what creates more of plan B. Plan B, okay, where does that come from? Okay, I want to say that all of these things build off quantum principles that have come to me. Okay, that's why this book is so relevant to read. Came through a quantum principle that was channeled, came through to me one day. This lady was having so many struggles, and I go, what is this? I was so frustrated with this woman. It's like I've been working with her 6 months and I can't get her over this hurdle. And my soul said to me, a conqueror needs a battle to overcome. Little will, plan B, but a victor has the gates open before them. A victor has the gates open before them. Plan A, in alignment with the greater you. 2 positions that you can live out of, create out of, acquire what it is that you want out of. So you can work very hard with the little will to achieve a 3% creation, or like my divine feminine said, I get 100% return on everything that I project. Who's doing the work? Your divine sovereign soul, your greater you. Okay, that all you have to do is come in with alignment with the greater you, know the greater you, meet your greater you, feel in alignment with the greater you, and you can have anything that you want because you are the creator of worlds. What does that mean? You're a creator of worlds. That means I had an inspired thought and my board of directors goes, pixelates that whole living experience until you go, oh, I got what I wanted. I'm living the dream. Okay, here's Michelle say, I'm living the dream. That's so cute. Okay, so beautiful. I'm living it. I'm actually living the dream. That means that I've popped up in my time and space of all that I've been creating. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so by the law of acquisition and all universal laws, but working with your own quantum field, your own energetic light body, who is a creator from source, you are projecting into what it is that you want. I have to say, okay, we're very little creators. We're not excellent at creating. We are excellent at creating, but often we think way too small. If you met your inner goddess, you would be creating opulence. Okay? What does that look like for you? Opulence. It means that you can't think big enough, which is why it's a good idea to hand it all up to your board of directors so that these opportunities can come through that are 100 times bigger, okay, 1,000% better, okay, and able to be a forever creation built on just total opulent blessing. Okay, and this is what your board of directors will do to you or for you if you actually understand this. So the divine masculine goes to the divine feminine. So be it. I make passage. Here's the doing aspect of you. Okay, how's you doing? Are you able to pull off things? Okay, is it actually manifesting for you? Are you doing a whole lot of fluff and rumble? Okay, getting in on everything, but still not producing. All right, so this is where I want you to understand the law of acquisition. The law of acquisition is you making a decision on what it is that you want. Okay, and in this introduction to this session, I said to you that you will think many things, okay, within the next 10 minutes, even right now, okay, and you will think those things and immediately you are wrapping that with something. You're wrapping it with the law of acquisition. You are saying how you will receive something. Okay. You are choosing methods for yourself. Okay. That method is a law of acquisition. Okay. So when you choose a method for yourself that says, if I do this, this, and this, I will get this result. Okay, you're choosing a method, if you agree with it, of course, because you have to give knowing consent to. You go, yes, I will do that and I will get these results. You are forming an intention, which means you are forming a world for that to come to you from. Now that's fantastic. You're amazing. Okay. Is it ultimately what you want to be doing, and isn't it making you rejoice? Okay, the heart needs to be open. The heart needs to be open. You need to be celebrating your success in every moment. Your soul wants you to have your heart open, not in striving. You see, when you feel striving for something, you have got a law of acquisition that I'm not going to attain it until whatever condition I put on it. Hey, be very careful what you're doing here. It's really important that you understand, whether it be money, success, love, okay, relationships, healing in your family units, okay, how the bank loves you. Does the bank love you? Okay, all of these things are providing separations and can be causing separations that we have people further away from ourselves, and we're not receiving the flow into us. So the law of acquisition can be, this is really cool. Like I used to say, I really love people, but I don't want to hang out with them. Okay, how can you really love people and not want to hang out with them if you're going to build a people business? How are you going to be a network marketer if you've got this double standard going on within yourself? That I'm too wounded a child. I'm a wounded child. I'm really wanting to be with people, but I can't. Okay. What do you think the net worth of your income is going to be? Not great, because your law of acquisition is giving out two different signals. Okay. So this is why it's important to understand these universal laws, that when you're going to acquire something, you need to be crystal clear. And the funny thing is, we wrap it immediately. We cap it. I thought the thought and I'd go, but I can't have that until next year. Or I can't have that until I get better at this. That is not true. I want to just say to you, that is not true. Your soul will bring you exactly what you want, anything that you want, if you open, okay, all of your doors to receive. Okay, if you lay conditions around anything in the way you're going to receive, and you add time and space to it, then you are going to live that time and space. And I talk about this, it doesn't matter whether it be healing, okay, like a person who's got bad knees and needs surgery and says, I can't get into an operation and surgery for 3 years, my doctor's told me. That is a law of acquisition. That is saying that you're going to be in pain for 3 years. Okay, you can come to me for a healing and I'll have you out of that pain. Okay, but the law of acquisition, because we're in this system that's taught us incorrectly, we are acquiring through pain, through hardship, through hard work, what it is that we're actually wanting, which is always freedom. Okay, the soul will free you. Your board of directors goes, really? Seriously? So let me get this right. So your board of directors got no issue whatsoever, only creates wholeness. That's why the master said, only create wholeness. Okay, only create wholeness, only see wholeness. If you project, okay, brokenness, time frames, degrees of difficulty, if you wrap it in creation wrapping and creation streaming and say only a surgeon can help me in 3 years' time, you're going to be in pain. And I can also say to you, because I know you've already been in pain for 3 years, haven't you? Because you've just gotten to this point in time of finally getting to a specialist to help your knees. So this is the same in business, okay? You've actually you've taken this amount of time to get here, but if you're futuristically projecting 5-year plans, okay, Oh, sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that because people here take it very seriously. Is it going to take you 5 years to actually achieve something? Then you're setting a law of acquisition. So be it. So be it. Why? Because you're a free will creator. And if you create by the law of acquisition, that's the way it's going to be before you can be successful in receiving, that is the way it's going to be. Right here, right now, in this holy moment, okay, I am in alignment with my greater me. Isn't that beautiful? And in that greater me, I can go, okay, I want clients and they will come. If I don't wrap anything, if I don't wrap my creations, my thoughts, my strategies from my divine masculine, divine feminine, and the doing power of my divine masculine, the ability to show up and live what it is that I wanted, if I don't wrap it with anything within time and space, I will have what I want come to me, because the truth is I'm a magnet. Okay, anything can come to me, it doesn't matter. Do you want to bust for that community? Okay, I've really got to come up with some new ones. You can have anything you want, but you're going to be of true service. Okay, I want to do this thing again. Let's do the red doors. Okay, who's done the red doors with me? Okay, if you want to pop your faces on for a moment, it'd be absolutely awesome. Okay. I want you to just close your eyes and we're going to fill you up with the diamond energy. All right. Sit comfortable because this is actually a visualization, but a very powerful one. Here comes the diamond energy right now, feeling it in your chest, in your heart chakra. We're just going straight in today. Yeah. Okay, we can teach these things, but we need to feel these things. We got to show you these things. This is for real. Okay, you are an energetic being. You are an energetic being. You are coming in and out of time and space like this. Okay, and we teach on this. Okay, you're an energetic being from source. You're a powerful being of light, filling up, filling up, filling up. Oh, just feeling your heart chakra right now and just joining with you. It feels great. Bringing it in, feeling the diamond energy going up to your brain. And feeling the divine feminine, divine masculine working on the left-hand side. So the divine feminine is on the left-hand side of your brain, going repixelating your world to the diamond consciousness, the Christ consciousness within you, your higher self, where you came from whence you have come. You're a perfect being of light. Feeling the doing power. I'd like to see much more of the divine masculine coming through. Let's charge that up. Bringing in the doing power. Here he comes. Okay, and this is the beauty of your board of directors. Okay, when you actually meet them, oh my God, there's something different between meeting them and talking about them. Most people haven't got a clue. Remember, this is the third part of my school. So generally you would have already met your board of directors. And there's a few here that have. Letting the divine masculines coming in. You can feel him through the right-hand side of your face and your frontal lobe. Okay, that's a way better balance. So if you're going to be doing something, you're a creator, you need your board of directors, full balance. Okay, while you're projecting. He goes, I make passage. He's the doing force. I make passage. Lovely. So just while you're feeling that, I want you to bring in a visualize, and we'll just add this visualization to you. So all around you. So right now coming in so that you're sitting in the middle of a room with 30 red doors all around you. 30 red doors all around you. And there's no walls, there's only doors. So looking out the front of you with all of this circle of red doors, door to door to door to door to door. I want you to see how many doors are actually open. How many doors? These are your streams of income. How many doors are actually open right now? Just put your fingers up in the air. Very good. Yep. Okay, that's pretty normal. Some people don't have any doors open. Did you know that? You know, people who are on government pensions or whatever, they only have a single door open. So we're glad that you've got some doors open. I want you to go around that room right now and you fling them open. There's your intention. And I want you to open up all the doors behind you. So pay attention to all of the doors behind you because they represent the back of your heart chakra. Okay, and the back of your heart chakra is how you receive. Okay, one of the first things that I do in my Diamond Light Body School is the Diamond Light Body Recode is the first part of it. And as we're going through, we just take off the like massive, dense blocks behind your heart chakras. How can you possibly receive when the back of your heart chakra has these programs blocking you from receiving? Okay, so by the law of acquisition, makes it pretty tough to receive if you've actually got that blocked off. So this is a lovely way of opening it up. So opening them up, and you can put another, okay, group of doors on the outside of that and have them all open as well. So by the law of acquisition, you are taught in the world, you are taught that you should have income streams, multiple income streams, lots of income streams, which I totally agree. Okay, open it up. But if you are a creator, why would you only have groups of income streams? Okay, what if you could have more honeypots than you can imagine? What if you could have so many income streams that it just kept on coming to you? Talk about residual income. Okay, by the law of acquisition, you can have anything you want. I'll ask you this question. What if you did not need a creation stream for it to come through to you at all? Oh, well, that could blow your mind, couldn't it? Imagine that. Oh my God. So you're a sovereign creator. Imagine if you didn't need a honeypot. So what are you doing for your honeypots and your creation streams right now? Where are they coming from? Do you enjoy that work? Do you enjoy your focus on those things? Okay, would you like to have the ability by the law of acquisition simply to be a creator, think and it comes to you? Oh, the law of acquisition, my God, what can't we bypass with that? Okay, and this is the true meaning behind the law of acquisition, is that you can have anything that you want. Now, you've got to be doing some form of action in 3D, otherwise you get rather boring, wouldn't it? So we like hanging out with those that we hang out with. But don't lay all of your attention on one honeypot and then judge yourself according to its performance. Why is that? Because if you are judging yourself according to the performance of a honeypot or a creation stream, you are actually capping and saying, as a creator, I'm not performing, this is not performing. Okay, I'll go and perform in another cycle, or I'll find something, or I've got to get more or whatever. By the law of acquisition, you as a creator are actually stating that your law of acquisition is not working, and so it must fizz. Isn't that interesting? So by the law of acquisition, everything that you decree, everything that you project onto your quantum field has success. And we talk about beliefs because our belief is this and our values are this. And this is why I say to you, get rid of your beliefs and values, understand the law of acquisition, because then you will be a freelancer like you wouldn't believe. You can pop wherever you want. You have the right to go into any circle, okay, that you and your soul just goes, right, we're going here today, and you rise and you go and meet up with that particular thing, you will receive from it, okay, because you're in the right time and space. You are a creator. You have your board of directors that is willing to take you wherever it is that you're wanting to go. You have asked, and so you receive. If you ask and then don't receive, it's because you're not willing to receive, because by the law of acquisition, you have capped it, you have creation wrapped it. The idea comes to you and you go, but I can't possibly do that until next year. I know I don't have the skill sets to do that today. I'm sorry. If your divine feminine has told you and brought you a strategy for your world to pixelate according to what you've been wanting, I would suggest that you follow the guidance and get yourself out on that little road in that direction, okay, so that you can absolutely be ready to live your experience. Isn't that cool? Okay, that is so cool. That is me saying to you, you have permission to do whatever it is that comes to mind. And that is why it's so important to understand this book and how it really works, okay, instead of what's been taught to you. You are a living, vibrating creator with a board of directors, your triune being, your divine feminine, divine masculine, divine inner child, that will bring to you what it is that you want to experience. Follow your own advice, people. You are the true expert. Follow your own advice, okay? Create what you have asked for personally, okay? Because that's where your success will come. And I want you to think bigger. And the better it is to not think at all, but allow the destiny that is already written into your script to come through. Does that make sense? Okay, all of these things, you have a platter laid out in front of you. Noble Goldman is just like a smorgasbord. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a smorgasbord. What shall I have today? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Who do I want to meet? Who do I want to play with? Okay, as Tony says, who do I want to link heart and arms with? Okay, just take your pick. But don't judge yourself at all. You are not to judge yourself. You are a creator. Okay? If you're a living, essential creator projecting onto your own quantum field, why on earth would you be judging yourself? No, don't spend your time judging yourself. Spend your time creating. That is much more fun. And when you think a thought, don't poo-hoo it. And okay, this is actually what self-sabotage is that you wrap it immediately and go, oops, no, I can't have that. And you say when you're going to have that. No, take it today. You want it today. Take it today. Take it now. When do you want it? Now or later? If you say later, then that is a law of acquisition. You're going, I'll have it then, thank you. Right? No, I want everything now. I'm creating it now. I want it to come now. I want to receive now. Okay, whether it be respect, okay, wholeness, healing, okay, whatever it is. The law of acquisition works. It's a universal law, okay? Not working towards something. I want it now. That's right. I want my healing now. Thank you very much. Get some attitude. You've got to decree. You have to have attitude to create. All right, you have to know what you want and you project it. You know, most of these quantum laws going, come on, what's going on? What is the solution to this? What is it? Bring it through, get cranky. If you want 100% healing on a body. It's like you pull that thing out, send it to the fifth. Okay, that is a vibrational story gone. Okay, we do not play with weakened vibrational stories. Let's just get rid of them and decree what it is that you want onto your own quantum field, which is where? Inside you. Okay, so put a Google Maps sign on your head. Right now, I want you to put this beautiful Google Maps sign. I have the most beautiful Google Maps sign in my Law of Acquisition book. Let me find it for you. See, there's Pooh Bear looking in his honey pot. Okay, always wanting to find more honey in the honey pot. And that's what we are as creators. We're thinking there's nothing left in our honey pot, that we have to create another honey pot. Okay, there's a honey pot.
Do you mean map or do you mean that mark on your head?
Yes, okay, I'm getting there, all right. I'm just showing you some treats. So, yes, putting the Google Maps sign. I don't know why my green screen isn't really working today. Can you see
Because
that?
the background's activated.
There we are. There's a spot. Google Maps sign. You know, the location sign. You know, you put in your Google Maps where you're going to go to your GPS. All right. And you put that on top of your head. Okay, right now, I want you to visualize it. You've opened all your doors up. You've opened your red doors. Okay, so before you only had 3 streams of income. I challenge you right now. Okay, I'm not going to challenge you, but I am encouraging you. I'm inviting you to understand that you've got a Google Maps sign on your head, and the quantum field has to deliver it to you, whatever you want. It has to come to you. Otherwise, it'd be like Uber Eats. I've just paid for an order from a Japanese restaurant and it actually goes to somebody else's house. No, it's not how it works. Okay, nobody's eaten my Japanese. I just put that in for the Tokyo Games right now. Isn't it great? Riveted. All right. So it has to come to you. The Google Maps sign is on top of your head. I want you to see these things so simplistically. It is not complex, but it is by the law of acquisition. If you don't realize that it's coming to you personally, what you've ordered. Okay, so it's much simpler than we think. And all you have to do is ask, which means all I have to do is receive. And it actually is much easier than that, because if we don't put degrees of difficulty, if we don't wrap that thought, I want you to think about your thoughts. I want you to think right now about something that you want. Look at Darla, she's got like many thoughts going on. And when do you want it? When do you want it, Darla? Now. Do you want it now or later? That's right, now. Okay, that's relevant. Okay, I had a man say to me, I want to go to Bali, but I can't afford to go until 2017. This was ages ago, a long time ago. And I tell you what, I promise you, he would never have gone because he couldn't afford. He had to budget, you see. And when you have to budget and put money away, that is the law of acquisition. Okay, say yes to everything, don't budget. Budgeting is a law of acquisition. You will never get what you're budgeting for. Either that or you're just going to do brick by brick by brick by brick by brick, and you'll die before you actually get what it is that you want. A life of opulence. Okay, this is where multiple streams of income are a true concept. Why are they a true concept? Because you can just have it coming from everywhere, but not necessarily through formalized streams. I can just say I want a fridge and it rolls up at my door. Okay, so seriously, I don't need to go out and purchase anything. I just think up and it comes. We're coming into speed of thought and quantum field, 0 point quantum. Do you understand this? Isn't that cool? I didn't have to actually get a fridge by going for finance or whatever it is that we do. Don't have to pay anything back. Not doing it on Zippo. Okay, we're actually just calling, we ask and we receive. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is how the law of acquisition works. I ask, I receive. So in actual fact, I don't need honey pots, okay, because my multiple streams of income are me. Isn't that cool? I used to always, you know, I remember sitting on the beach at Broome, which is our Mecca over here, my Mecca, one of the beautiful tourist destinations in Australia. And I was sitting on the beach going one day, Cable Beach, and I'm looking at it and going, oh, I could so live here. Wouldn't it be good to live here? And my soul goes, for God's sakes, you're here. You go for a swim. It's sort of like, that is living the experience of receiving. See the difference? Our minds go, I want something. Oh my God. And we're longing. We put all this sentimental nonsense into when we're going to receive. And soul goes, you're here, go for a swim. It's like, enjoy. This is the divine inner child's job, is that, oh, I'm here, okay, and I'm suddenly in it and I'm actually living it. All right. So the law of acquisition, you need to understand it. And I want you to start focusing on every thought that you had, because I promise you, you'll wrap it with a creation wrapping that will stop you from receiving the thought itself. Okay, a thought is an image come to you, and you need to understand that the thought and the image has come to you. And then, like I have done in the book, we teach on vibrational absolutes. Okay, you will actually get pictures, you'll get dreams, visions, knowledge, clairsentience. I get clairsentience. You want a business strategy? Boom, straight into your head, like a torpedo down your chute. Right? Boom, straight into the crown chakra. Whoa, if we do this, this, and this is all we have to do, and we'll actually change the whole and come into a new paradigm of business or whatever it is. It will come through to you what to do, full strategy. Okay, but the truth is we don't ask, so we don't receive, and we don't believe because we don't understand that we're living creators, vibrational creators. Okay, can you imagine, okay, hiring a whole bunch of creators, the new leaders? Okay, you would want to hire us. Why? Because we actually get the knowing. We've got the know down, okay, of what is coming, what is next. Okay, you ask a creator who knows she's a creator, he's a creator. My goodness. That'll take you to the next strategy in your business. That'll take you to the next level of smart. Okay, this is divine intelligence. This is internal, sovereign intelligence. Okay, that comes through. And by the way, this is happening already. This always happens. Okay, how have these greats become greater? Because they're actually creating. Okay, and they have trust in that, in the way they actually create. But the new leadership that's coming through is going to be full of this. Okay, and it's going to be so much fun to live, and it is so much fun to live, and I'm just having a great time playing in it. All right, going to open up to some questions. Throw me some curly ones, that would be great. None? Are you dreaming? Are you all guys? You're all dreaming, I hope. Okay, spend your next moment. What is it that you want? And don't tell anyone. Don't tell me. I'm just wanting you to dream. Okay, but not to dream. I want you to have a thought. Okay, what is that thought? What are you going to do next? Okay, so get up and go do it. You can even leave this meeting. Go and do it.
But I have a question, because you mentioned before this scenario of the person who, you know, doesn't like people, and then, you know, pretend, you know. What about what do you feel about the other scenario, when people are, you know, so fed up with people, and they don't want to go anywhere, they don't want to see people, yet when they go in between people, in the crowds of people, or between, you know, business meetings, or everybody thinks you are so amazing, because you are actually amazing, and then everybody thinks you are so cool, and they never can even smell for a moment that you could be thinking this way, that you are, you know, preparing yourself before, you know, by saying like, oh, I don't want to go, I rather stay at home, oh, I rather make myself sick, I rather be at home. And then when you go somewhere, you are like a queen or a king of the event, and you are like driving, and you are having so much fun with the people. Like,
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
I don't know. Cool.
I think I've heard this before. So that person is applying a law of acquisition to their lives, okay? Because the law of acquisition is a creator directing how they will live, okay? The thing is that as directors of our own life, okay, we then complain about what we're creating because we don't understand what we're doing. And if we understood what we're doing, if we were conscious, we might make a different choice on it. So, yeah, I mean, some people will absolutely be the life of the party and shine and absolutely do love getting out there. There's just a bit of a speed bump in getting them out there, you know, and that's not for you to force, by the way. You know, that person needs to live that life, because otherwise we come into coercion as creators, like, please come in here, please come out, you know, and all this type of jazz. And so we become coercive creators in which I'll give you this if you give me that, you know, and it's just such a waste of time. It's like, get on with your own toilet roll. Let your own toilet roll out. Okay. Be true to your own destiny, your own time and space, and that person will hopefully kick in. All right. But it's not our responsibility to drag other people by the hair. In actual fact, you know, maybe they're meant to be receiving a piece of information as they're doing whatever it is that they feel to be doing. The biggest thing is to allow each other to self-govern, soul govern. Soul sovereignty is self-governance. And that's what I do, is share with people how to self-govern from their own internal source. I'm not sure that I was overly helpful, okay? But one of the big things that you can do as a creator is to remove the wrapping that you've got on this situation, which means removing any judgment or opinions that might be causing this to remain static. Because we actually do have a lot of judgments and opinions on things, all sorts of things, and particularly on the people that we love. So the idea is cleaning up your energetic vibration and removing those stories that are actually, by the law of acquisition, being fronted, shown in the reflection over and over and over again. Does that make sense? So that's why we come to the point of minding our own energetic business and saying, let go. This is how letting go is. Okay, is actually releasing you from being a creator that is actually putting your story, beliefs, what you see, your perceptions. And that's what we teach in Don't Play the Game, which is also in the book and in my school that I haven't gone into as yet. Very important to understand how the game works, which is victim, intimidator, and rescuer, and how we infect one another through a quantum curse. So we often feel like we're loving people, we're actually cursing them. We're actually wrapping them all up, okay? So that they etherically can't move, can't think, can't project. All right. Any other questions? Oh, especially mums. God, we're terrible. We are smother lovers. We are smother lovers. The children are going, oh, well, you get lost, you know, go. And they're going, no, I don't want to hear anymore. And what we do is we just project more stuff. Okay, it's like, stop that projection. Okay, stop projecting your child as not being whole. Stop projecting that your child is not a soul sovereign source, a creator who can indeed bring anything that they like to them. And we go, no, you can only get your stuff through me. Okay, you can only be loved by me. I have to provide everything for you. You have to take my version of everything. And they're going, no, I don't. Okay, because they have their own sovereign source. They are a creator. They can bring anything that they want. In fact, children have more doors open, okay, than any adult will. So their red doors are all open. Okay, it's just that we then teach them how not to receive. Any other questions? Oh,
Well, when you are saying about the door, when you are asking, let's how you ask about, close your eyes and imagine those doors and look at those doors. So I'm thinking when I have to look at the door, I have to kind of see them close first in order to see how red they are. And then, I can open them.
That's your law of acquisition right there. Isn't that incredible? So she's got a 3-step program to getting to the point. And it's because you're very mental minded. Okay, you use a great deal of your mental body to nut things out. And so it's like, okay, well, it's got to make logical sense to you to get to the point that you're wanting. What's the point that we're wanting? All of the doors to be open. Okay. And one very wonderful soul actually flung the doors off them, so there were no doors. Let's go for that. Okay, law of acquisition. Do you need 30 red doors? This is the problem, is that we're just going through moment to moment to moment, letting go. And what's that letting go? Well, the greater you has got no frameworks. Okay, just let's be clear. The greater you, your soul sovereign self, hasn't got all of these rules in place. That's why this book teaches you universal law versus human laws. So human laws is your law of acquisition that you are making for yourself, and they oppress you. It's like, let go of all of your methods and methodologies, okay, on how to do something. Okay, people often function in mental intelligence, particularly where we come from and where we're in with this. No, let go of your mental intelligence, come into your intuitive, feeling, relational intelligence. Go, Yaz.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything about this really bad ringing in my ear, so I think that was a thing to say something. Yeah, I didn't have the doors before, so I imagined them before, but it wouldn't really work. This time I really tried to imagine the red doors, so I can swing them open again, right? Or but it wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it, and then it became like clear. I thought it was clear, and I zoomed in, and it was little diamonds, and they shredded everywhere.
There you go. I know diamonds is just the diamond consciousness. What is diamond consciousness? And this is what we have not got a grasp on whatsoever. Diamond consciousness is the Christos consciousness, your own higher self, high self, coming in to the embodiment right now. This is why we're coming up into higher energies and embodying the diamond light body. So when we come up into the new frequency, what does the diamond do? The diamond obliterates by soul fire. There's an essence within the application. There is an essence within the application of diamond. So you project diamond deliberately into something. And what it does is it dissolves, it alchemizes. It's like an atom bomb. It just goes. And that's
it, just opened my doors.
Yeah, well, that story vibration's done. Okay, so I'm only a trainer. I'm training the bones of application to quantum law. That's why I say it's self-mastery level 1. Level 1. What are you guys going to be doing at level 2 once you've actually come into contact with your soul sovereign being? I have no idea. Mate, you could go off planet. You could be doing whatever you want. You're going to be bringing in things beyond here. Okay, I'd like to write a book only with level 2 and sort of like get you all to write a chapter on your level 2 and what you're actually experiencing, because I have got no idea what you're going to be creating, but you're going to be creating. Okay, so you've just obliterated using diamond energies. Diamond just said, there are no red doors. Okay, and that's the true reality, because in diamond energy, you are living the law of grace. What is the law of grace? It is the highest Elohim. Grace Elohim is the highest light, the finest light, the purest light. that says there are no laws. It's only in the denseness of 3D that we actually have law constructs. Okay, that's why give up your laws, give up your rules. You oppress yourself. We are our own oppressor by what we surround ourselves in and go, can't have that. And by the way, this is the beauty of things, okay? It's like I was trying to think about a car one day that I wanted. So did I want a four-wheel drive because I still felt this longing to go out west? Or did I want, you know, a zippy little convertible for the coast? Okay, so I'm sitting there going, that. And I immediately wrap this with degrees. Oh, I can't have that just yet. I'm not quite ready for that. And do you know what? I was ready for it, but I'd wrapped it. And so it just took a bit longer for it to come. And I didn't need the convertible because I ended up going out west and then writing my book and everything. Okay, it was like, I still had unfinished business. I had to go and do this. And that's when I went on the honey ant dreaming trip. You have to read the book. Oh my God. It finishes with the wisdom of the honey ant. The honey ant ancestor came to me and showed me the perfection of us, who I am, who you are. You want to finish this book. Okay. So Jermaine came to me one day and goes, did you like the finale? I go, it was amazing. It was incredible. You want to read the end of the book. Read all the way through. Don't muck around. It gets better and better as you go through. You become more empowered as you go through. Okay. There's so much more for you to receive. Yes.
I got a confession. I used your class because I'm in the UK, and normally in the UK I am in pain winter. It's not winter. It's not that cold, right? But like it's painful being here. My heart really, really, really hurts, right? So I needed to get stuff done, but I can't because my heart needs to beat faster when I do stuff. So I couldn't do it. So I waited till your class was on, and I did the dishes, I did the clothes, I did cooking. So thank you.
Oh, that's my pleasure. Okay. If you ever need a housework helper, I'm happy to be with you.
It's hilarious though, right?
Don't
So
you think it's time?
I'm trying to tell myself a different story, and I know that I'm aligned. I don't feel it, so that's why I'm so happy. And when I'm not feeling the pain, I'm so appreciative that I'm alive because it feels really close to. It feels really horrible, to be honest, you know. But I used to be able to cope. I used to be able to tap into that world, and I can get there. But when I come out of that world, it's the pain comes back, and I don't know. I haven't found a way yet how to merge them better.
Why haven't you come to me for healing?
Maybe I just needed to talk now. I thought I could do it myself because I've done it. I've come this far myself.
Okay, lovely. Can I just stop you right there? Okay, what did she say? Very important. I thought I could do this myself. By the law of acquisition, you are, and that's your choice. Okay, so people make these choices. I'm actually Libran. Okay, we are smart, lazy. Okay, very lazy, very smart. And what we do is we go to the community that has the ability to do that particular thing that I can't do. And I ask my community for assistance to do the thing that they've got the power to believe. So they've got the ability by the law of acquisition to do that thing that you may not be able to at this moment by yourself. And I have been loved by the spiritual community, the healing community over and over and over. And I've received every part of their law of acquisition to bring to me the desired healing or result that was asked for. And by the law of acquisition, so it is. Okay, so all you're doing is utilizing time and space. And it's only because of lack of knowledge, but that is a law of acquisition that you've got in place.
Okay? And I'm open to learning, you know? And the person in my ear stopped now. You know?
I don't worry about the ringing. I get that all the time. So like, it's just like,
no, it's just, I worked it out. It's like a phone call. So when
it is a phone call, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. It's just your galactic friends calling you.
Yeah, and then when you do what you're supposed to do, like talk to you, they stop. They say, shut up, you know?
All right, please book in for healing, okay? Because we take away vibrational worlds. You know, we heal everything with the diamond energy because, like you saw, the diamond obliterates that story, okay? Why can't it obliterate the condition? It does. It's what happens, okay? We've healed, you know, so many diseases. I want to say to you and it reminds you that I'm also a healer, okay?
You did it.
And
You did it with the ash spoon.
okay.
You did it with the ash spoon. Remember the volcano?
Yes, yeah, we've done so much. I don't get to talk about healing. I should put another one on, so I'm just talking about healing. But you see, when you understand vibrational law and the law of acquisition, or any law, okay, any vibrational law when it comes to quantum law, it's just removing your, first and foremost, using the law of acquisition, say what's going to take this, and I'm going to do it my way. And when you do that, you're the creator. You can have anything that you want. Okay, it must be coming to an end of my session because I'm starting to sing. Watch it.
It's confusing because you said earlier on, if you need another creator to heal you, or you know, to do stuff for you, then that's your law of acquisition. So it's finding that balance, and I didn't have it, and now I have it. So thank you.
Yeah, well, it is, because by the law of acquisition, I didn't trust people, you see. So my job was to learn trust, I suppose. And it wasn't about trust, it was to be loved. I couldn't be loved. Okay, the back of my heart chakra was shut down. It was like, no, I had fences and walls up, mate, with barbed wire around it. It was like, no, don't come too close. Okay, my wounded child was so wounded. And of course, it's no wounded probably than anybody else's, but because it was wounded, it couldn't receive love from other people. And so I became this solid, stoic self, you know, that had to battle the world because I believed in battles. A conqueror needs a battle to overcome. I believed in endurance. Endurance is a false value. Beautiful for the time if you're wanting to create struggle and more struggle for yourself. Believe in the power of endurance, okay, and the quality of endurance. I'm putting these beautiful wisdoms in here. If you don't sit down and listen to this over and over and get rid of all of these things, endurance is a law of acquisition. Oh my God, you're actually acquiring something that you have to endure from. Okay, the law of acquisition is at the basis of anything. Isn't it amazing? I dreamt it. I had to live it then to understand how we apply it to everything. All right, everything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so any other questions? Dr. Mike's off. Great. Any other questions before I let you go?
I have a comment about what you just said to Jazz. And I really believe that, you know, if we were designed to be and do everything by ourselves, you would probably never made it here to this community, Jazz. Yet you are here. And, you know, I am healing step by step, learning step by step. Even I was so freaking smart before, I still need to meet those people and learn from them. So don't put yourself on struggle. Use that opportunity to, you know, to speed up the process. That's what I believe. I love this community. Thank you.
I just think it's amazing that we learn to trust our sovereign soul to do these things to be of service to community, but because we haven't been taught of our power, and we're not even taught to ask because it's not been experienced, you know. It's like, well, I don't know anyone that's healing anyone. It's like, well, what
I
if
think this was my timing because I was told, you know. I think this is where the, you know, I think maybe it would have been a bit premature before. I don't know.
tweak that as well, because I'm not even sure I believe in this anymore. Do you know, the more I take my life over as a creator and people talk about divine timing, I'm going, huh? How does that equate to I want it now? No, I'll have it now, thank you. Do you want it now or later? And I'm going, I've got to wait for divine timing. I'm not sure how I feel about that anymore. I'm so changing into this new thinking that it's like, it's not equating anymore for me. And Tara and I sit down and talk about these things and I go, wow, yeah, no, because that's also a law of acquisition. How am I using that?
But when I tapped into you, or when I'm aligned using something that I really love to do, then I don't experience it. So all I had to do was, I don't know whether it's a coping mechanism, but all I had to do was that, you know? So for now you're giving me another thing that I don't even have to do that. You know, you can have it all, yes. Do you know what I mean? You took it to the next level. So I was coping really well. I wasn't really struggling. I was just saying, okay.
Coping's a horrible word.
Yeah,
Coping is
yeah.
not a good word to be using. If we could get that out of your vibrational makeup, you won't have anything to cope with. Coping. Coping's a little bit like hope, the last evil to come out of Pandora's box. We don't want to cope. Coping is struggle, you know, it's hardship. And you know, soul says, do not push hardship into your future. So you don't want to be using that framework, okay, of storytelling at all. You don't want to push hardship out into your future. You're a creator. So it's really that's why it's so important to unpack what you're doing so you become mentally conscious of these basic principles. When you understand the basic principle, you go, oh my God, how am I doing this? And then you'll just spend a little bit of time unpacking it, going, whoop, not doing that. Get that out of your universe of inclusion, chuck it out the door. Darla.
Hey, everybody. Wanted to just say something in regards to the doors. When I first came to Ruthie, I only had one open. It was my only channel. It was all I could do and I felt like a little tugboat pushing this barge down this river stream that was going to a big mouth of water. And I was just shoving this barge down my life. And when I got in here and the first effects of the diamond consciousness finally opening and realizing how much my whole world has shifted. Things that I needed to let go of, I've let go of. Things that I needed to rearrange needed to be rearranged. And where I am right now is in a space of just total creation. Every day is a new experience. And I recently, and I have to tell you, Yaz, that if you right now, literally with everything that is you, who you are at this moment can take into yourself and agree with the rest of this panel that you are healed, it can happen just like that.
Yes.
It did. I was told I was supposed to get a stent. They told me in June I was clogged up, something's wrong, your electric, whatever, and your heart wasn't functioning. I had AFib, this, that, the other. And I was like, Ruth, I don't know if this is the appropriate place or not, but is there any way you could help me figure out what I'm supposed to do? And she immediately, just like she is with you, let's do this right now. Get in that call. Believe with everything that you are, and it will be done, because I have had every test come back and everything says that my heart is perfectly fine. It is a little deconditioned and I just need to exercise. Healing.
Thank you, Darla. That is awesome. Yeah. Because this is the Christ consciousness. How pure is this energy? Okay, and this is a problem that we have, and the only problem that we have is that we wrap the purity of the energy with what we believe or don't believe it can do. Isn't that cool? Again, creation wrapping. That's what we do. We creation wrap or creation stream. Okay, so we just say, no, it couldn't possibly be that pure. Well, it is that pure. When you understand the purity of your sovereign source, you will never again question the reality of it just being obliterating vibrational stories, because it works with your original DNA. Okay, and your original DNA is a seed, a blueprint. Okay, that is absolutely perfect. Okay, there's no defects. Okay, the defects came because of conditions of imprinted stories. Okay, so that's all we're doing. I'm just a little story plucker. Let's pluck out that story. Okay, and bring the healing in. So much easier than we think. The thing is, I've just gotten to a place that I believe it. Okay, so I believe it and then apply it, and I go, no, I do not believe a negative report on behalf of you. I do not believe you're going to be in coping and struggling. I stand against that. I will not give a knowing consent to that condition. And that's why the masters all said, be whole, see only wholeness. and those that came for help were miraculously healed. Well, no, it was actually just quantum law, quantum conditions. Okay, isn't that beautiful? So everything has an explanation. Thanks, Wendy. Love you, and thank you for coming in. Okay, well, I better let you go, I think. Hey, where are we off to next?
I just want to share with you, Ruth, something very embarrassing. For like 10 minutes, I was trying to get to this class, and I was so stubbornly logging in through the Monday class in the vault. And I was like, why the heck this thing tells me she has another call?
That's all right. By your law of acquisition, you actually came here. Okay, you just got to desire it hard enough.